Spawn.
Scout, we count hundreds on the table, 20s on the floor. Fresh out of work, on the way with some more. And I love it. And I love it.
The Grand Theft Auto franchise is one of the most beloved series of our day. Fans around the world have admired its open-ended gameplay, crass humor, and sandbox vehicle physics. So it is with great anticipation that we await another full entry in this storied saga. Of course, along with anticipation comes expectations, as every fan of Grand Theft Auto has his own vision of what the next game should bring to the table. With that, let's take a look at the most requested features, game design elements, and mechanics for Rockstar to implement in GTA 5. 1. A bigger world. While 2004's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas expanded the series to a massive game world spanning 3 sprawling cities, Rockstar decided to dial it down a bit for a more focused experience in GTA 4. More detailed, lively city streets filled out the cozier town layout, but many gamers still long for the wide-open spaces that the series had become known for. For Grand Theft Auto 5, however, Rockstar has promised their biggest, most ambitious GTA yet, though the game will only include Los Santos and its surrounding hills and valleys, not the neighboring cities of San Fierro or Las Venturas. But as long as the game hits the right blend of excruciating detail and expansive open-world exploration, it should hit the sweet spot for the majority of the series' many fans.
You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
Hell no, Officer Tenpenny. I was just wondering what took y'all so long.
Get in the car.
2. More sandbox fun. When Grand Theft Auto debuted in 1997, the series exploded onto the gaming scene as a fast-paced, over-the-top arcade experience. With each passing release, Rockstar reinvented the franchise in different directions. Grand Theft Auto 4 marked a massive change in tone, from zany, violent fun to a more grounded design. The color palette was a little duller, the writing was more serious, and the cars behaved a little more like their real-life counterparts. While this approach garnered plenty of acclaim from fans and news outlets alike, the time is right for a return to the series' roots in the form of fun, wild, sandbox gameplay. The community is clamoring for bigger jumps, more outlandish cars and other vehicles, and an extra helping of that patented lowbrow Rockstar humor.
Ladies, prepare to suffer!
This goes hand in hand with the request for a bigger playable area and wide open spaces. Give us the room to perform all the insane stunts that we can possibly dream up. 3. Gangs and territories. As the GTA franchise grew into the monstrous moneymaker that it is today, the focus fell off the inter-gang rivalries of the early games in the franchise and honed in on telling the protagonist's story. GTA 4 took this to the extreme, as Rockstar poured huge amounts of effort and development time into Nico's tragic tale, taking the spotlight from the territorial fights of previous games. Whether it was the empire building of Vice City or the impassioned conflicts over turf in San Andreas, that layer of extra strategy has always injected a little something special into the series. For GTA 5, fans want to be able to buy, build, and steal buildings, territories, and bragging rights from opposing groups and gangs. As the game is a return to the city of Los Santos, it would be the ideal time for Rockstar to revisit the battles over the barrio that San Andreas brought to the franchise. As the developer has already hinted at a greater focus on building financial wealth and streams of revenue, our hopes are high that GTA 5 will let us become the crime moguls we all aspire to be, in the game at least. 4. Better gunplay. Since its days as a top-down driving mayhem game, Grand Theft Auto has never been well known for balanced, precise gunfights. While the series is the king of open-world arcade driving, when the character gets out to fight on foot, things still get pretty clunky. Luckily, Grand Theft Auto 4 made baby steps in the right direction, taking cues from current generation cover shooters to make the gunfights feel a little more believable. For Grand Theft Auto 5, fans across the world are asking for more progress in this area. Though GTA 4's shooting systems aren't terrible and are generally pretty good, Rockstar should focus on bringing this aspect of the game up to par with the other elements. Imagine a GTA whose combat felt as intense and measured as a Gears of War or an Uncharted entry. Now that would be something to get excited about.
Perfect.
5. Real choices. Grand Theft Auto games are the ultimate in player freedom and expression until you drill down to the main storyline, which is often on rails. Despite several attempts to allow the player to change his own fate, such as the inclusion of 2 separate endings in GTA 4, Rockstar has yet to nail down a full implementation of real player choices and consequences seen in other game franchises. Fans want to be able to play the game their way, not only with deciding which route to take or which car to drive, but also which gang to align themselves with, which people to trust and which to betray, and be in control of their own destiny for better or for worse. Games like Skyrim and The Witcher 2 serve up mind-blowing consequences for player choices early in the game. Why couldn't Rockstar take a page from these developers? Backstab a contact early in the game, and he won't be around to help you later. Help a friend in need, and he just might show up at the right time and place to get you out of a tough spot. These are the kinds of choices that would lend weight and believability to Rockstar's world. Though Rockstar has limited development time and resources, and we know they can't implement absolutely every whim and desire of each of their fans, we can hope they'll take note of the major concerns their best customers have been voicing for GTA 5. We at GamerSpawn will be following the development of the game closely, so stay tuned for all the latest news, announcements, and opinions on Grand Theft Auto 5 and other major titles.